Welcome back, everybody. It's week 6, and we have recently entered the greatest season of all, which is fall. Of course, in Florida, that doesn't mean a whole lot, but we're gonna go with it. And so, in honor of fall starting, hi, I'm also honoring the bear that was recently chased out of Disney World. It's been a fun week in Florida, hasn't it? So anyway, let's go ahead and get started with this week's walkthrough. I have been I've already looked over all of the PowerPoints, so I am looking forward to the videos. I know that they've all already been turned in, but I have not watched them yet. I'm saving them. Got a long to-do list, so they're on there. But I promise I will be looking at those soon. You also this week are going to be giving me a rough draft of your Shakespeare paper, your individual papers. And so I will be getting those back to you as quickly as I possibly can. This week is going to be a little tough because I am going to be in a conference that is all day Monday, Tuesday, and half of the day on Wednesday. So please bear with me this week. But I promise I will get you your things back. So in week 6, we are moving into a new set of readings. So we are starting with essentially the founding of America. So you guys are going to be reading selections from the Federalist Papers and, of course, the founding documents, the Declaration of Independence and the U.S. Constitution. And you are going to be responding to those using Flip. Now, if you were still having issues with Flip, I absolutely need you to get help from the Flip people and get that posted, the last one and this one, because we're going to use these are legitimately how we're going to participate in these assignments. So it is really important, if you are still having issues with it, that you reach out to the help desk at Flip, but also you may want to connect with the help desk at Lake Sumter, because maybe there's something with your particular computer that's blocking it or whatever, and those people can help you with that. I cannot help you with that because I can barely operate my computer. No pun intended with barely, but anyway. So we are using Flip again this week. So you have no writing assignment this week. I'm going to be taking this week to give you your feedback. If as soon as you get that feedback back on the drafts, you can certainly go ahead and start making changes or whatever. The paper itself is not due until the end of week 7. But of course, if you do get those back fairly early this week and you want to get a head start on it, you can. Next week, just as a heads up, we're going to have different readings. Henry David Thoreau and Ralph Waldo Emerson, the fathers of the American Romanticism movement, also known as Transcendentalists. And so next week, we're going to have a more traditional discussion board, in addition to, of course, finalizing your individual papers about Shakespeare. So that's where we are. That's what's happening. In the modules, of course, we have week 6. Week 7 has also been published now. So if you did want to take a look ahead, I will be publishing the rest of them fairly soon. Just putting some finishing touches on some things. But in week 6, which is where we actually are, you have, of course, a reminder about revising the literary analysis papers. You really will have essentially a week and a half to do that, probably. But if you get them back, you can do that right now. Reading the materials in the early America section of the LibGuide. So that will include the Federalist Papers, the Declaration of Independence, and the Constitution. Now, I have included an interesting collection of political sermons from the American founding era as well. You don't have to memorize these or anything, but I do want you to glance at them. So essentially everything that's in the early America section, go ahead and take a look at this week. And then next week, I'm going to go ahead and show it. we're going to be moving into American Romanticism. So early America and American Romanticism are kind of part of the same module because we are early on, but we do also travel quite a ways through time. So that's why they're kept separated in here. So beyond that, of course, you will participate in the flip discussion. You have the link back to the readings. Then you have the a couple of videos on the founding with a lecture about the Federalist Papers, and then a History Channel documentary on the Revolution, which is really, really interesting. And then, of course, you are ready to do your assignment. So the flip discussion, as before, you guys know how to do it. Hopefully, most of you know how to do it. And I think everybody finally got the first one done. Now that I've said that, I'm going to have to go back and look and make sure because I don't remember. I know we were still having some problems even as late as last week. So please do get help with that if you need it. But I'm not going to be much help simply because it's computer stuff and I am not good at it. But Flip has its own help system. And then, of course, you can also work with the Lake Sumter system. The other thing you might consider doing if you are struggling with Flip is going to the library on campus, either at Southlake or at Leesburg, doesn't really matter which, and doing it there so that you could get live help from one of the librarians, because it also may, again, be a setting on your home computer that maybe is blocking you. So there's a lot of good possibilities on how you can do that, but those are your marching orders for this week. I hope you enjoy it. If you do have questions this week, like I said, I'm going to be in a conference, but I will be available. So, don't hesitate to reach out, especially through inbox if you have questions. And I will look forward to viewing your presentations as well as reading your individual papers for the Shakespeare paper. So everybody take care. Have a great week. Happy fall, y'all.